channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys a story time. This is about when I fainted on a cruise ship, and this is true, it isn't clickbait. I actually did faint on a cruise ship. This was back in October 2016 when this happened. I didn't end up eating in the morning at my house before the cruise because there wasn't enough time, and I spent mostly all that time in the morning that I barely had to pack. So it was me, my mom, and my 3 other sisters that went on this cruise. The cruise we went on was Carnival Sunshine, and in our family there's a lot of us, so it takes a long time for us all to get ready. So the places we are mostly late, and for the cruise we were late. Like, we had enough time to get on the boat, but we were late for the food and the buffet because it closes at a certain time and then it reopens. So this was on the first day of the cruise. Since the food was closed because we were late, I didn't get to eat again. And then they told us that it was closing because the mustard stations were starting soon. So we went from the buffet to the mustard station. I started feeling weird after a while, after we've been standing there. And the first thing that happened to me that felt weird was I started to feel hot. And since we were outside on the deck, there was a breeze, and I thought that the person in front of me was blocking that breeze from me, and that's why I was hot. And then the next thing that happened, I started to feel dizzy outside on the deck, and I was looking around, just seeing if, like, I was sure that I was dizzy, like seeing if things were actually dizzy. And then I told my sisters and my mom that I felt dizzy and that I didn't feel good, and it got really bad. How I felt really hot and dizzy, that it got to the point where I was leaning against the wall, and then I slid down it slowly because I couldn't stand anymore and I just wanted to sit down on the floor. And then I was looking down on the floor, not really paying attention to anything, just focusing on why I felt so weird, because I didn't know that I was gonna faint soon, shortly after this. And then my mom tells a cruise worker that her daughter doesn't feel good, and that was me. I didn't feel good, and the cruise worker came over after everyone in the row before me cleared out so I could get out. She reached her hand out in front of me, and I remember looking up while still sitting on the floor, and I could barely open my eyes because, I don't know, that's how weird I felt. And I grabbed her hand. We walked a little bit, like a few feet, and then out of nowhere my legs got wobbly because I couldn't control them, because my body was shutting down. Because then at this moment I fainted, and yeah, I don't remember anything, but I'm pretty sure that the girl that helped me, when I fainted, she probably held me, and then we walked a few more feet through a door to get back inside the cruise, so we're not outside on the deck anymore. And then she lays me down on a carpet, and as she lays me down, I'm still fainted, but I could still I still felt her putting me down on the carpet, and it felt like I was in Alice in Wonderland when she falls through the well. And the reason why I fainted was because I haven't eaten in almost 24 hours, and that's why my body shut down and I felt weird. But I didn't realize that I almost didn't eat in 24 hours. I wasn't really thinking about food. I didn't really feel hungry. I just thought we were gonna eat after the mustard station. So then I wake up on the floor, on the carpet, from where the girl laid me down, and then my sister comes up to me and I say what happened because I didn't know what happened. It was all a blur to me. I blacked out and don't remember anything. And she said that I fainted and I was out for a minute. And then when I woke up from after I fainted, they asked me if I wanted water, and they said, is it okay if it's with no ice? And I said, yeah. And then another person gets me a wheelchair. So I go on the wheelchair and then I drink my water that they gave me. And then they take me to the hospital on the cruise ship. Down there, they didn't really do much. They just wanted to make sure I was okay. I think at that moment I realized I didn't eat in almost 24 hours because I think they asked me when was the last time I eaten. And before the cruise, I forgot to mention, I ate my dinner really early at like 6 p.m. So that's why it was almost 24 hours until I almost didn't eat. So yeah, at the hospital located on the ship, they pricked my finger to check my blood. From what I remember, I'm pretty sure they did that. And they were just making sure that I was okay. Yeah, I don't really remember much about being in there except for that. And then after the hospital, on the ship, then my sister, one of my sisters, she wheelchaired me. I was still in my wheelchair to our room on the ship, our stateroom. And then once I got to the stateroom, I laid down because I still wasn't thinking about food. I still felt weird, but not as weird as before. Like the dizziness went away and I wasn't really feeling hot anymore. So yeah, then she goes up to the buffet to eat, and then shortly, a while after I lay down, she comes back for me, and then I go up to the buffet to eat, and as I'm getting my food, on a plate, my hand was shaking. I don't know why, but maybe it was like I was still in shock that I fainted because that never happened to me before. That was my first time fainting and I didn't know what was gonna happen. And yes, it was scary, but at the moment before, it wasn't scary. Like I didn't know what was happening. I just thought I felt a little weird, but I didn't know my body was gonna shut down and I was gonna faint. So if you guys don't have time to eat, just make sure you eat because it is scary to faint from not eating in a lot of hours. Then also make sure you stay hydrated. After I got my food from the buffet, then my hand was shaking because I felt weird. Still, like I was in shock from after fainting. I went back to the room. I didn't feel good. I didn't even want to dance for the welcome and aboard party. Like I felt too weird too since that happened. I don't remember going back out for food later that night. Maybe my mom or my sisters brought me down food from the buffet. Alright, that was it for my story time. This was the time that I fainted on a cruise ship. But I think I said all the details from what I remember. This was 2 years ago and I'm still surprised I remember that pretty good. And at the end of this clip, I'll insert pictures of before I went on the cruise ship, then while I was fainted, because my sister took a picture of me while I was fainting on the floor, and then while I'm in the wheelchair, and then after I fainted, just to show you guys, and to make this a little more interesting. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.